Hello guys, it's Lee. So I got this push mower. You know, I've just been buying push mowers. I got 3 of them. One was given to me. That one I paid $10 for. And another one, let's see, I think maybe I paid $60 for it. But it's a little bit nicer and newer. But anyway, this, when I got it, had oil all over the deck coming out of the muffler. I took the spark plug out and oil was coming out of it. You couldn't hardly pull the crank, the rope, because I guess it was full of oil. I assumed it was full of oil and gas. But anyway, I'm fixing to show you what all I did. And then at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you tips on what all I did to get this right. But it does start and run. I just mowed, see my little backyard with the fenced in area? I just mowed that and it worked great. I mean, it's burning off oil out of the muffler, but it's good. So, okay, stay tuned. All right, so this is what we got. It's your traditional, normal, run-of-the-mill mower. What is it, 21-inch cut, Briggs. You see all this oil? Oil was coming out of the spark plug hole. I don't know why. I already pulled the spark plug out, drained the oil out of that cylinder. It's got full of gas, which is probably old gas. But, so I don't know what's going on with it. And I'm gonna take that off, get the carburetor off, and just clean it, see what's going on. Now, I'm gonna disconnect this gas line, and I'm okay with a little bit of gas running out because the water in the gas tank settles at the bottom. So all I'm really doing is cleaning it out. If you like these kind of videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so I'm down to getting this. I got this carburetor, got the screws out of it. It's one of those plastic carburetors. Now, what I have found in the past to be a way to pop this off, you know, I got the screws out, so it should just fall right off, but it's plastic and it's just wedged in there from the factory, I guess. So I'm gonna get my air compressor, I'm gonna stick it right here. And I've done this 2 or 3 times where the whole thing just pops off. It actually pops, which is, so I'm hoping to do that now. So let me do it. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run my air compressor through where the needle went. I'm gonna drop this off in the ultrasonic cleaner. Now, if I could get that out easy, I would. Sometimes they slide out, sometimes they don't. But, so I'm not taking it out. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in here. All right, so I got that on. Breather, you know, this obviously goes over that. You know, the hard thing is just getting this thing on. So what's going on here? I got gas running out of here. That's not right. So let's get this. I'm gonna take it back off. All right. And this is pretty common. You gotta do it 2 or 3 times sometimes. All right. So I knew the float was leaking because it was leaking. And so what I didn't do, right here where that pin goes, let me get it. There it is. I got to push it down in. I think I just had it sitting barely on top, and I think it snugs down inside there. So that's what I didn't do. So let me do it. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I didn't have it down in the groove. So in other words, when you get finished with that, you should be able to, it shouldn't fall out. Now, it's not going to leak gas now. That's what the problem is. I just had it sitting on top. Wasn't good enough. You know, all these are a little different, so you got to play with them sometime. But anyway, that's the problem. All right, so I got the float in better. I'm going to hook this linkage up first. Let's get like that. It's on. Now the gas line's going on. Now look, I always put the gas line on and let gas flow into it on all the carburetors. For that very reason, I just did that, because if you hook the gas line up last, well, it's leaking again. I don't know what in the world's going on there. It don't seem right. So this pin, when I pulled it out, it was kind of off, so I don't know if it's cracked or what, but that's why it leaks. You can, you know, the float pin's in there. Look, if I do it to, now all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the bottom on this, hook it up to the gas line, hold it level, and see if it leaks. I mean, if it does, and I'll play around with it a little bit more, but man, see, that's about as good as you get. And that pin will even slide back and forth in the groove even. Can you see it? Well, you can't see it. Can't do it one-handed. But anyway, that's about as good as you're gonna get. So, if it leaks this time, if it keeps on leaking, I'm just gonna have to get another one, I guess. Because there's probably a little hairline crack I can't see in it. Or something, or maybe, I don't know. But anyway, we'll see what happens. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna hook up, gas comes out. That's what happened the other 2 times. So right now, it's had enough time, I think, to start leaking out. I'm not getting excited yet. So while it's hooked up, I'm gonna go ahead and start maneuvering it into place. All right, so what I'm gonna do is this pull cord seemed kind of rough to me. So I'm just gonna hit it. You know, this thing's probably been sitting outside. Probably good right there. I'm gonna put it back on, check the oil. We're gonna go outside and try to crank it. Oh, I gotta get. So evidently that video clip was missing, but what I did basically, I took it out in the yard. It wouldn't start. Well, it would start when I'd spray starting fluid in the carburetor. It would burn it off and quit, and it just wouldn't run. I did it probably 5 or 6 times. So I went back to the drawing board. Okay, so you saw what was going on. It would run with starting fluid. So I think it all is right here. That's what I didn't take off. I should have been more persistent to get this off. But I'm gonna get it off now and see what happens. How I clean oily filters. I'm gonna let that soak for a minute. So I finished with this mower project. I took the carburetor off 3 times. One time I didn't have the float set just right and gas was leaking everywhere. Maybe 2 times I did that. But anyway, and then maybe I did it 4 times, because it seemed like there was 2 times I just didn't blow all the holes out good enough, because it would start with starting fluid, but it just wouldn't do it. It wouldn't stay. So the last time I had it off, I went through with the air compressor. I went through every hole in that carburetor, and And you know, when you blow in one hole, you need to make sure it's coming out another one, you know, or it's plugged up. And maybe I just didn't do it. You know, I've done hundreds of carburetors, and that's sometimes my mistake, is not going through every little hole. So anyway, that's what I did. I mean, I got discouraged to the point I looked on Amazon and I was like, I'm just gonna go buy me a new carburetor. But they were $30, and that didn't make sense on a $100 mower, so I wasn't gonna do it. But anyway, I got it running good. Got the oil levels right. I mean, it might have been overfilled, or somebody might have just turned it over for a while. I mean, that might have been what it was. But anyway, take the carburetor off, go through every little hole that it has. If you have an ultrasonic cleaner, which I'm trying to show you mine, you know, do that. But this mower is going to be good. All right, hey, if you like this kind of stuff on mowers and small engines, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.